Chris Paul, you all know who he is, NBA All-Star, been in the league since 2005, now playing for OKC. He also serves in a very critical and visible role as president of the NBA Players Association. And you have led in equally extraordinary ways, certainly helping to shape a global conversation about social justice and racial equity, and put aside, frankly, any questions about the role of sports, the power of sports to affect social change. So the bubble as a platform, so many issues that you all had to consider there, but just would love to get you to share a little bit of the thinking and how you led players through the on-court messaging. How did you get to the place where players were using their jerseys, long regulated as league uniforms, as a powerful messaging vehicle, and using the court, Black Lives Matter, painted on the court? How did you get to that place?
I'll tell you the way you get there, right? And this is why I always say I'm so blessed and fortunate to be in the position that I'm in, is because I don't know everything. So through all this, one thing that I got a chance to do is become a lot more educated. When you're in this position, one thing you don't get to do is you don't get to say, I kind of feel this way, I kind of feel that way. At some point, you got to be definitive. And that's what happens when you're in leadership positions. And so what I did was I talked to a lot of people smarter than me. And so then when it came to the jerseys was just a thought, because it's like guys are saying we're going to go play, but we want this message to be loud. We want to make sure it's not like we just forgot about everything. A lot of people say everybody has their own why. I'm going to play because I need to hoop. I need to go play because of money. But majority of our guys, their reason for going to play was to make sure that this platform was used. So any way we could do that, we wanted to do it.
Ray, and I'm going to turn it over to you now.
August 26th. 2020, that's the day for the history books. That's when Sterling Brown and the Milwaukee Bucks, they made the decision, we're not going to play tonight. We're going to have a player strike. What I'd like for you to do, if you don't mind, can you walk us through what your role was, and really just your feelings and emotions when you heard about the decision that Milwaukee made, the role that you had to take on as the president of the NBPA?
When you show up to the game, we were pulling into the arena, and that's when my phone started going crazy. And it immediately became a discussion. And us as a brotherhood, when we saw what Milwaukee did, it was like, we stand with them. And then the next thing that I tried to do was make sure we had a meeting. And I'm grateful, because I feel like it's a turning point in our league, whereas a lot of guys spoke in that meeting that would maybe not have spoken.
Tony, I'm going to let you ask the last of our moderated questions.
I see you have begun to venture off in so many different lanes. So when your career is said and done and you have to officially hang up your shoes, what do you want your legacy to be remembered by on and off the court?
Man, that's a hell of a question, Tony. Sheesh. The proudest thing that I've done since I've been in the NBA, right, is that some years ago, we the only professional league that our retired players have health care. And it wasn't just me. We had to take it to the players and we voted on it. But anytime I go somewhere and I see a former player, they say, man, thank you. Thank you. Because those players that came before us sacrificed a lot. And so you think about the injuries that they endured over their years, and it wasn't until I became an adult that I appreciated this. And so all of the players that played in the league years ago or whatnot, they're covered now as a result of us players voting on it.